All right, are we good? Are we live? I'm sorry about the little delay. It took us a little bit to go live because of my mic is loud. It took us a little bit to go live due to some OBS issues. The OBS issue was that I didn't have my Ethernet plugged in. And I tried to plug it in the middle of me going live, which OBS does not take too kindly to that. So yeah. It definitely was messing with things when I first started the stream. I don't know how it looked on your guys' end, but it was definitely messing up a little bit for me. Anyways, yo, what's good, Wiley? What's good, Andrew? What's good, Blake? What's good, Nicholas? Brandon? Bad Mike? How's it going? Thanks for reminding me of a franchise I don't want in a future title. Scratch that. Fan consensus is that Marvel and Star Wars don't belong in this franchise. I gotta question that. If you're still here, Brandon, what makes you think Marvel and Star Wars doesn't belong in the franchise? Like, what about Marvel and Star Wars don't belong here? Like, why are you so against it? Because I feel like the only people who are really that against it are people who don't like Marvel, or people who aren't favorable towards it, or people who don't like Star Wars. Personally, Star Wars would fit in this franchise greatly. Marvel, I think, could fit too. I honestly am of the opinion that anything can fit in Kingdom Hearts. Truly. Like, they just have to, they can make up whatever way they want to make it work, but anything can fit into Kingdom Hearts. But what's going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to another Lore Talks. We haven't done one of these in, I think, maybe a little over a month. I think the last one we did was about Yozora. Who is Yozora? And we ended that discussion off with a little bit of a Disney tangent as well, which is why I thought it would be very fitting to do a lore talk about Disney. For those of you that are new to the Kingdom Hearts lore talks, these are very similar to my normal discussion live streams, but for those of you watching the VOD, or for those of you who are, coming back watching this later, these streams are basically an alternative to the podcast me and Noir do, the Datascape, where we talk about Kingdom Hearts, we talk about Kingdom Hearts 4, Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, what's new with Kingdom Hearts, what's hype about it, while also giving some retrospectives and just general discussion. It's me and Noir, two really close friends, just off the cuff talking about Kingdom Hearts. The lore talks are going to be kind of similar stuff you see on the podcast, but just a looser, more chat interactive discussion. We don't read chat too much during the podcast because we're just focusing on the discussion itself, which is why they're uploaded to YouTube later and soon to be Spotify, Apple, etc., other platforms. But right now, the lore talks are essentially just us talking about Kingdom Hearts lore, talking about Kingdom Hearts topics, whether it be Disney, whether it be Yozora, whether it be something about Kairi, whether it be Dark Road, Union Cross, just anything I felt like discussing that day and wanted to ramble about. These streams are typically shorter, about an hour long, hour and a half at most maybe, and then we transition to whatever else we end up streaming throughout the day. But thank you all for coming out to this today. We're going to be talking about Disney, and the topic of discussion is how important are Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts, and is Disney ruining the franchise? Sorry, I drank a little bit of water after that intro, but I want to open the floor up to you guys. So as I give my opening quotes and topics, I would love it if you guys would engage in this discussion in the chat. Talk to me a little bit about how you feel about Disney and Kingdom Hearts. How important are they to the story? Do you think the story, because they're not the most crazy, they don't have the craziest story, do you think that because of that there shouldn't be in Kingdom Hearts in the future? Because you have the perspectives of some people think Disney is kind of overstepping when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, when it comes to lore, when it's taking away from the story, and people especially felt this way with Kingdom Hearts 3. It was a topic that's been around for a little bit, as Kingdom Hearts has grown. The series director Tetsuya Nomura talked about in early interviews for Kingdom Hearts how he does like Disney, he does like Final Fantasy, but he sees Disney and Final Fantasy as a way to push the Kingdom Hearts characters forward, make them popular. This was in an era of Kingdom Hearts where Sora, Riku, Kairi, they weren't, household gaming names yet for RPGs. They weren't notable names. They were just kind of starting in the early 2000s, and now these characters are popular. Sora is super popular. Sora's so popular, he not only got in Smash, but he was the send-off for Smash. The send-off for the biggest fighting and one of the biggest IPs in gaming, period. He was the final character for that. And that may not seem significant in retrospect, but when you really think about it, the final character with the game with Mario, Sonic, Cloud, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, all iconic video game characters, and Sora is among them. It's like that shows you how far Sora has come, how far Kingdom Hearts has gotten, and I truly think that these characters might even be more popular than the franchise itself, especially for characters like Sora. Like Kingdom Hearts, Sora, it's super popular now. So if some people think it doesn't need Disney, maybe we just go all the way in and have a Kingdom Hearts game with nothing but original worlds and original characters, you know? Some people see worlds like Quadratum as that, worlds like Hollow Bastion, worlds like Radiant Garden, Traverse Town, more of those worlds and less of the kind of, meandering about Disney adventures. But at its core, Kingdom Hearts is Disney. And I don't say that as in Disney writes it or Disney necessarily has a lot of influence on Kingdom Hearts. Well, it does, but these characters you're seeing on screen right now, Axel, Kairi, this is a cutscene definitely written by people at Square, Japanese developers who worked on Final Fantasy, worked on Dragon Quest, worked on numerous titles at Square. These are gaming characters. These aren't Disney. These aren't, quote, Disney characters, even though they technically are. They weren't made by Disney people. However, even Lushu, as we're about to see right now. But I want to argue, these characters are definitely made in the light of Disney. Nomura said that he's excited to make new Disney characters when talking about them in the Kingdom Hearts 1 Ultimania. And Disney, while it doesn't always have the most important role, like in every world, like not in every world are you finding an organization member or are you getting some really crazy pivotal cutscene to the lore. Sometimes it's just fun adventures, Sora bonding with Tron, Sora talking to Stitch. So we have the cutscenes where Sora, Riku, they're just talking to Disney characters. But some people think these cutscenes are significantly less important because, they're not necessarily directly progressing the plot. It's definitely a loaded topic, because I want Disney worlds to matter even more to the plot in a maybe similar way they did in Kingdom Hearts 1. But I don't think they don't matter to the plot. I think they matter a lot when it comes to Sora's character development. I think they matter a lot when it comes to introducing certain themes and covering certain topics in Kingdom Hearts and giving a little more nuance to the story outside of just the serious nature of defeating the organization, saving Riku and Kairi. It gives you a little bit of I don't know how to describe it. It makes Kingdom Hearts diverse. It makes it super diverse. But let me read some comments. Dark Road is an example of Disney done right. I think Dark Road has really good Disney worlds. Actually, some of the best in the series, which might dive into a little bit more later. Also, what the heck? Why is this playlist doing this to me? I gotta go back. I had a pre-rendered Kingdom Hearts cutscene playlist, and I wanted to play some of the Disney cutscenes, but it did not. Okay, we'll do this one. Am I praying that we get Destiny Islands and Sora's hometown in Kingdom Hearts 4? I would love to explore Sora's hometown in Destiny Islands. I would love that. The video doesn't end for anyone else? It shouldn't have. I would say that Disney worlds can be important, but they're rarely used in a significant way. I think that's a fair way to say that. I saw the title and decided to pop in. I'm sure you know my take about Disney worlds. They're arguably the most important part. Them showing you the important events without telling you who it's about. Y'all, they're stupid important, like a lot. You cannot understand what's going on until you understand what those characters represent. That might be a fair take. I always meme with this every stream, but for this discussion, it's especially important. Oswald for Kingdom Hearts 4. Nothing would be a better story opportunity while also shining light on Disney's involvement. So generally in the chat, I want to get like a general consensus. Do you guys think Disney worlds matter a lot to the Kingdom Hearts plot, or no? Simply type yes or no in the chat, and we could just see what the general consensus is in the chat about that as I read more. Do you think they're waiting for more new Disney movies to put in Kingdom Hearts? Oh, of course. I mean, I think nowadays Kingdom Hearts is definitely going to be using a lot of the modern movies, and each new Kingdom Hearts game is going to obviously introduce new movies to the franchise. But I do think I want them to balance new movies with some returning properties. I think there's a new interest in some returning properties in Kingdom Hearts now with, you know, the new graphics and stuff. Like, look at this world. Look at the Caribbean. Look at this freaking world, bro. This is insane. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm actually surprised I'm seeing a lot more yeses in the chat. I was expecting a lot of no's. They rarely benefit anyone else besides Sora. I agree with that. I do. I do want more characters to visit Disney worlds outside of Sora. Yes, new Disney worlds should be priority, and also more Final Fantasy characters. So I say this in a new video I released this recently. Let's bring it up because I love, instead of just trying to quote myself in the video, I want you guys to look at this clip, and I also want you guys to, if you haven't watched this video, go check it out, by the way. But where exactly do I say it? This concept, the absolute best worlds in Kingdom Hearts. It's one of the things I hype up the no crazy secret on this channel that let me do this, make the music real quick. I'm someone who definitely advocates a little bit more or little mini games, and I think they should go back to what they did in Kingdom Hearts 1 and try and do it with bosses. It's no crazy secret on this channel that I'm someone who definitely advocates a little bit more for Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts. It's one of the things I hype up the most in Kingdom Hearts games. I fantasize about worlds like Moana and Star Wars coming to Kingdom Hearts 4, and I'm very excited about that possibility. And to me, like, these Disney world secret bosses in Kingdom Hearts 1, I didn't really think about that much till recently, but Kingdom Hearts 1 is the only game that really does it on this scale, and I would love to see some stuff like that again. Like, imagine we do get a Star Wars world, and somehow, some way, I mean, I know they're doing Return of the Jedi as like regular story fights in that world, but then we get a like something crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I actually do forget exactly where in the video I said this point, but generally what I'm trying to say is that I think when it comes to Disney and Kingdom Hearts, I think it's less important if the narrative is super like integral to the plot, and more so if the level design and gameplay is interesting. I think that's the most value you get out of Kingdom Hearts is Disney worlds. Not the most, but it's more important, I think, than general story. This is why I like Kingdom Hearts 3's worlds. I did think Kingdom Hearts 3's worlds did Disney story really well, in my opinion, but I also feel like the level design and the concepts they brought to the table were probably the best they've done with Disney worlds, at least since Kingdom Hearts 1 and Dream Drop Distance. I like Dream Drop Distance's world a decent bit as well. I guess a bigger question is, do the Disney worlds have to be important? I think they definitely need to pace them out and make it so that if Disney worlds aren't necessarily directly contributing to narrative, that they need to space out more original worlds in between. This is something Kingdom Hearts 2 had an approach of doing, and people like that about Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm not the biggest fan of second visits in Kingdom Hearts at all, but at least not the way Kingdom Hearts 2 did them, but I was a big fan of Kingdom Hearts 2 having a middle point. Kingdom Hearts 2, the way it operated, you had this big, long Twilight Town segment. You immediately get dumped into Hollow Bastion, and then afterwards you do Disney Worlds for about 5-6 hours, and then after Disney Worlds you have this crazy, amazing, like 2 hour, 3 hour, however long you're in there for. You have this amazing segment in Hollow Bastion, Radiant Garden, again, in the 8,000 Heartless battle in Demyx, you get a lot of lore about Riku, and you learn that Kyra was taken, a lot of lore about the organization and things of that nature. And then you go back to second visits. But even though you went back to second visits right after this, what I loved about Kingdom Hearts 2 is that even though you went back to second visits after this, it was enough to tide people over, you know? It's a little bit of a slog going through second visits, but having that 2-3 hour big middle segment to really cover everything was great. Now, I give Kingdom Hearts 3's pacing credit here for one thing. While you would argue that that pacing isn't like the best for everyone, in my first playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm talking about my first playthrough, in my first playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3, I enjoyed the style of pacing they did, where during Disney World, you did get a little bit of lore, a little bit of catch up on, you know, things like Marluxia, things like things happening with Larxene telling Sora that, you know, they have all 13 already, creates a little bit of a panic, like, wait, hold on, what about our Guardians of Light? And you get lore kind of that inches you towards us getting Xion in Kingdom Hearts 3. Rox is returning, Ventus is returning, Xion returning. Like in Toy Box, the whole thing with Buzz being a puppet and puppets having hearts, that was an analogy towards Xion's return. And then you have the whole thing with Roxas and San Francisco. Like, you have some like pretty cool Disney cutscenes happening in Kingdom Hearts 3, but after every Disney World, they do have a cutscene that does push the plot forward, however long it is, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20. After every single Disney World, you get a cutscene or two or multiple where it's progressing the plot. After every single one, it happens. Not like there's not really a world in KH3 where you don't finish it and then get like a bunch of lore. So you're rewarded for finishing the Disney worlds if you didn't like the Disney cutscenes with lore leading towards Keyblade Graveyard. What people wanted in KH3 out of its pacing a little bit more was they wished that maybe we saved Aqua a little earlier in the game. Maybe we saved some of these characters a little earlier in the game. I don't agree with that argument too much, only because I kind of think it doesn't make that much sense. In Kingdom Hearts 3 scenario, right, the only way to really write this is if they wrote Aqua to be comatose maybe after, you know, being defeated. Because they even said in Kingdom Hearts 3, I have a whole cutscene explaining this, Aqua was the key to getting all three of them. So once you save Aqua, the first thing Aqua would do in character, she's not resting up, she's not trying to get her powers back. So the only way to really do this properly is if, again, she's in a coma or something, she hasn't woken up yet. But only way to really do to really like write this, once you save Aqua in her character would immediately save Ventus. She would not waste any time in saving Ventus. And then once you save Ventus, you essentially have your Guardians at that point, and then you go to Keyblade Graveyard, you interact with Terra, yada yada, the whole war thing starts, and that's exactly what happened. I personally thought that made a lot of sense for it to happen at the end. Would it be cool to spend a tiny bit more time in Land of Departure? Yes. Would it be cool to maybe like to have saved Aqua so early in the game, and then I guess, you know, I don't know, would that have been cool pacing wise theoretically? Yeah, but for the story, I don't really think that makes that much sense, because I think it's out of character for Aqua to not immediately save Ventus, but that's my opinion. How Disney Worlds are involved in this is like, people want more cutscenes like the epilogue. They want more cutscenes like what happened with when Sora saved Aqua. They want more of these cutscenes that feel super pivotal to the plot without like without feeling like they're being like stretched thin or milked the whole time. And it's a weird thing, because the reason the topic becomes so nuanced and it's so deep, and why people get into a lot of arguments about it, is because, man, some people like Disney. Like, Disney's not going away. Some people do like the worlds. Some people, not everyone, needs every single moment to be lore important or story important or pushing the plot forward in some way. And that sounds like kind of crazy, because that's what you want out of your story. But when you're an IP that's like as unique as Kingdom Hearts is, you start like thinking to yourself, or when you have an IP as unique as Kingdom Hearts is, it's like you have to let these Disney worlds breathe. You have to let them breathe. You have to let them like flourish a little bit. Like, these Disney worlds shouldn't necessarily just be cameos to the Kingdom Hearts plot. They should also get like their love and treatment as well. And another aspect of this that I think people don't think about: how many license-based games are coming out nowadays? Like, back in the PS2 era, shoot, if Moana released in the PS2 era, we would have had a big Moana open world game already. If Encanto released during the PS2 era, we would have had a crazy big Encanto game on PS2 or something similar, some action game, I don't know. I think Kingdom Hearts gets a lot of value as well in the fact that movies don't really get games like that anymore. Like, animated movies don't get games immediately, and it's because games are just more expensive to make now, obviously. But like, that doesn't happen anymore, dude. It doesn't. I don't think they have to be plot important, but they should have relevance besides excuse plots like KH2's. Maybe Riku and King Mickey are in this random world. Yeah, I agree with you. I do agree. I think it would be better if each Disney world had a sole purpose itself rather than the general, like KH3's version of that is, oh, let's look for the power of waking. Even though that is, to me, that's a red herring. I don't think it's a purposeful red herring, but it's a red herring because, like, they don't talk about the power of waking that much past Olympus. Hold on. I'm trying to think of what cutscene to play here. Let's play Toy Box cutscenes. Sorry if I'm stammering a little bit. I'm realizing as I'm talking how, like, dying of thirst I am right now. I'm not hydrated. In Kingdom Hearts 3, the whole power of waking thing is kind of gone after Olympus for the most part, but some people use that as an excuse for why Disney World suck in KH3. One, in Kingdom Hearts 3, new leaks that came out. What leaks? Where's my phone? I don't know if I believe you, but anyways, Kingdom Hearts 3's real importance in its Disney worlds was just the 3 hearts inside of Sora. Why do we go to worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3? The organization had a clear goal in KH3 with Sora's looking for a power that the game tells us he never lost almost immediately after the worlds ended. I think the world's purpose in Kingdom Hearts 3, like, I think the main purpose the worlds had in Kingdom Hearts 3 was three things. Power of waking, kind of one. 2, the 3 hearts inside of Sora. Almost every world after Olympus has a cutscene about one of the 3 hearts inside of Sora, and I can prove this straight up right now. For example, this cutscene in Toy Box,
you guys,
complete reference towards Xion.
I'm sorry that our hearts will always be connected.
Know a heart,
because you're hollower than any toy.
but now I know a heart can be placed in the vessel of our choosing. For that, let me give you a parting gift to play with.
Wait!
Find the heart's joined to yours.
Huh? And then right after this, hearts joined to Sora, and then right after this, we get a Monstropolis cutscene with Ventus. I essentially think that Disney World's main purpose was being served as exposition for the 3 hearts inside of Sora. And then the third reason we were in Disney World. Now, this third reason is sucks because it's all the trailer's faults. If every Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer didn't reveal an organization member, I do think the worlds would have been significantly better. Because without the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers, you don't know who all the organization members are. So a lot of these organization members are getting revealed in these worlds, you know? prior to us seeing Vanitas in Monstropolis, or maybe the Unversed, you're surprised by this happening, right? But because of trailers, you see Vanitas, and it's kind of like, it's a spoiler. They straight up spoiled this. It's bad. Same with like Dark Riku in San Francisco, Marluxia, Entangled. They didn't leave a single organization member a secret in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's pretty bad. It's really, really bad. Sora himself is unaware, and it isn't his goal. You're right, it isn't his goal. His goal isn't searching for the 3 hearts. His goal is to search for the power of waking. Quote, the power of waking, which they do the whole Disney thing at the end of it was always inside of you, which I know people hate stuff like that. I'm kind of numb to it. I don't really like that. That's just a Disney writing trope to me. Like, oh, it was within you all along. It's like an analogy for any mental health story where it's like not even just mental health, but just like when you have like when you're doing like the whole latent power story, like Gohan and Dragon Ball, where it's like he always had the potential and the power within him. You see it throughout all of Dragon Ball and the Frieza saga, Saiyan saga. You see how he has these crazy power bursts, and you know it was always in him at one point, but they had to like get it out of him. Something had to happen for Donald to transform when he did in the Cell saga. And I use that analogy for Kingdom Hearts because I love Dragon Ball, but it's like the power of waking. What else? I don't know what else they would have done. Like, how does he physically find the power of waking here? Even Riku in Dream Drop Distance, there wasn't some big moment where he got the power of waking. Like, he got it. He happened to have the skill for when it became convenient to him. Like, at the end of Dream Drop Distance, Yensid is literally just like, well, through your endeavors, saving Sora, through your endeavors in Dream Drop, completing the Market Master exam, you got the power of waking, and now you can use it to save Sora here, and it's like, oh, okay, that happened now. Like, I don't even think that's a problem either. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, him getting it at the end isn't, like, I don't know. To me, it's weird that people do complain about that plot point a little bit, because, like, it's not something other stories haven't done. Other stories people liked haven't done. I guess they could remove the line of it's been there with you all along, but, well, how does he physically find the power of waking necessarily? I think considering how much the KH3 trailer spoiled key points to the game, I think Square Enix learned their lesson for KH4. I definitely hope so. Yeah, the trailer spoiled a lot. Yeah. Frozen 2 was too popular to not get a world. I do think Frozen 2 is probably returning. Yeah, that was Young Xander's whole purpose of being there, to experiment on reviving Xion. I don't know why people forget that part. I don't know. I just don't like the justification for Sora going to Disney Worlds if they're going to lead to the neglect of other characters. I know, Jake, for you're not that crazy of a Sora fan, so for you're more worried about the other characters, which this game did focus on other characters a decent bit, like mostly towards the end, but like a lot of plot points were basically catching you up on non-numbered titles. Like in Kingdom Hearts 3, right? Without these Disney Worlds, without moments like this, and where like Sora learns about Vanitas, right? Without these moments, how does Sora learn about Vanitas? How do you catch up Sora on the Vanitas plot? Did you just catch up Sora on the Vanitas on the Ventus plot when Ventus gets revived? Oh wait, this guy's been inside my heart the whole time, and that's what Aqua tells him, and then he just like, oh okay, get him out. That's it. Like, I think. I do agree. Like they shouldn't have did the whole power of waking thing and said that like that's why he was going to the worlds, or they shouldn't have even made that a thing, because I know a lot of people like hammer down on that topic, but we can move that to the side. Aside from that, 3's Disney Worlds did a lot. They had a lot to the lore, a lot to the story. A lot of it was catching up Sora on plot points that were very relevant for this game. Rescuing Ventus, Xion returning, Roxas coming back, giving justification. These characters learning and like kind of coming to conclusions on why some of these characters deserve hearts. Roxas, Naminé, and that cutscene with Kairi. obviously Sora learning about Ventus, Sora learning, I don't know, Sora kind of learning about like the stuff going on with my brain. This interactions he had with Dadariku, stuff with Marluxia. He didn't really learn that much from Marluxia. Like his chain memories didn't come back, but that was still a cool interaction to have to revisit because like it wouldn't have happened outside of a Disney World, really. I don't know. I just kind of feel like there's a lot of cool moments that happen in these worlds aside from the Power of Waking stuff, like completely separate from it. And I think because of the Power of Waking, because they said that, it messes with the Disney worlds for a lot of people, and they're like, oh, okay, he didn't learn it from this world. Like, do you guys think it would have been better in Kingdom Hearts 3? Genuinely. I'm not asking this in a condescending way. I'm not asking this in any other way. Just like, do you guys think that the Disney worlds would have been better in KH3 if Sora just randomly learned the Power of Waking in like Monstropolis or like Tangled or something? Like, would I have made the game better? Because he was learning the Power of Waking. Honestly, why was he getting the Power of Waking again too? He was getting it, I guess he got it so that he could like revive Ventus, right? So he could save Ventus, so he could bring these characters back inside of his heart. So he could he mostly did it for Roxas, right? If I remember correctly. Sorry if my lore's a little iffy, but he mostly wanted to learn the Power of Waking, I think, to bring back Roxas. I think that was the main purpose. He didn't know Ventus was in his heart yet. He had an idea of like someone else being in his heart, maybe, or Data Sora did in Recoded, but I think Roxas was the main reason he wanted to learn the Power of Waking, when he needed to learn the Power of Waking for the other Guardians of Light, to save like Aqua, to find these lost Keyblade wielders, or that it was just a power he needed. And then it became super useful towards the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, where he abused the crap out of it and died for it. I agree, I love the Disney worlds, but 90% of the game being Disney, only to be told our goal was a waste of time, makes it hard to support. But what like, waste of time? Like, why was it a waste of time though, is what I would ask. Because like, I guess if you're thinking of it like too, it's weird to like think of it from this angle, because just because we learned the Power of Waking, learned about the Power of Waking at the end, doesn't mean to me it was a waste of time. Because I guess as a consumer, right, I enjoyed the Disney worlds. I had a crap ton of fun in Disney World. Even in story, outside of the Power of Waking, shoot, all this stuff happened, you know? This cutscene right here you're seeing, or that toy box cutscene, or I don't know. I'm not going to say this cutscene in San Fran was a waste of time. You know what I mean? Like the one with Roxas. Like, I feel like Sora got a lot of valuable experiences out of the Disney worlds. And that may not be what he was going there for, but it's definitely what happened. And like, for me, I can't view that as a waste of time. You know what I mean? I do get, though, it doesn't fit the nature of the urgent plot of like, okay, we need to get our 7 Guardians of Light. Yes, I don't think it would have changed much in the end, but it would have been better than him just randomly getting it because plot says so. Really? How? So like, you view it as more random? Okay, hold on. So I like, genuinely asking, you view it as more random to get it because the plot needs it than to get in a Disney world. Like, you think it's more random for him to get it towards the end than for him to get it during a Disney world. I guess because, you know, he said, quote, he would be going for it in a Disney world, but I feel like him getting it when the plot like needed him to get it, I wouldn't describe that as random necessarily, at least in my head. See, a couple of you said yes, some of you said no. Motivation for going somewhere in the story for that being totally different happens in every story. Literally, it's something that's supposed to happen. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you know, we can't be too like writing crazy, because like let's talk about like the other value Disney worlds have outside of even just story. Again, they do provide like important level design for Cage, or I won't say important, but just like it's fun to visit these worlds as a Disney fan or as a fan of Disney movies. It's fun to see Sora interact with Baymax. It's fun to see Sora interact with like the toys. It's fun to see Sora interact with like characters he's been with before, like Hercules. I do want it to feel like it can matter more to the overall plot, but at the same time, like, bro, it's not like freaking Hero is gonna be like, hey man, bring me to the Keyblade Graveyard, I'll help you out. Like, they're not gonna come to the Keyblade Graveyard with us. They're isolated in their own worlds. They're isolated in their own stories. They care about their own lives. And Sora's here, experiencing it, helping them out, and that's it. That's what it is. It's a formula, but it's a good formula, I think. Defining the power of waking is one thing that Dream of Distance and 3 didn't do very well. Yeah, it's some ephemeral thing that just works, or as Yen Sid basically says, when you need it, magic happens. Yeah. But do they need to explain it that much though? Like, is it a necessity that they explain what it is? Because like, I get the gist of it. It's a power that like, you could use it to travel through time. You could use it to awaken sleeping hearts. That's essentially what the power is, being used to awaken sleeping hearts, sleeping worlds. What do you guys think is going to be the story well, the story reason for Kingdom Hearts 4. Kingdom Hearts 4 actually has a pretty good story reason for Disney Worlds, potentially. But it's up in the air, because Sora's going to... You guys think Sora's going to visit these worlds, right? Like, obviously Sora's going to be the one to go to Star Wars, and like Moana more than likely. I doubt they make it so that like Kairi does it or something, even though that could be cool. I don't personally, it's a yin and yang for me. I want Kairi to get more development, but I definitely think Sora should be in the Star Wars world. I do not think Kairi should be in that world. But if it happens, I'll take it. You know, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna just be like, okay, it's Sora and Luke Skywalker not interacting is kind of throwing. But in Kingdom Hearts 4, the setup for the Guardians of Light would be to search for Sora. But what is Sora's reason for going to Disney Worlds in KH4? Like, what is he doing? Like, if he's trying to find his way out of Quadratum, why is he going to Disney Worlds? And sometimes that's what it comes down to. Like, in Kingdom Hearts 2, because, like, okay, people get on the power of waking, but in Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora's looking for Riku, or he's looking for Riku and the king, right? He meets the king in Hollow Bastion, and then he revisits worlds afterwards, probably still looking for Riku, quote-unquote. He sort of kind of interacts with Riku in Mulan's world, but he doesn't fully know it. He has, like, a... What is this? What's happening? He has, like, a little vibe to him, like a quick Mulan visit, but like, what's the excuse for everything else? You know, it's like, to me, that's a fine reason to go to Disney Worlds, and that's just the game. That's the game's trying to find some sort of justification for us to do it. But realistically, we know in the background they're doing Disney Worlds because they kind of have to. Like, a Kingdom Hearts game without Disney Worlds is kind of just not a Kingdom Hearts game at that point. Or at least it's less of one. I think he's going to visit Disney World as a sort of trial to return back to Quadratum or something. Kind of like the final world restoring himself, but through Disney Worlds. That's a good idea. I like that. I don't mean this in a way to like Because obviously, I'm a big theorist guy on this channel. I'll claim that nowadays. I'd say I am a theory guy. I talk about theories. I talk about lore. I dive deep and sometimes too deep into some of these plot elements, right? And I've used KH3's Disney Worlds and some of their scenes multiple times to talk about why I think some plot elements are like important, or why this might matter or this might matter. But at the same time, I do think, like, when it comes to theories, I think sometimes that's all right. But I also think sometimes, like, I don't think they need to over-explain everything. Because I think over-explaining is part of the reason some people feel gate kept by the Kingdom Hearts story. Because some things, you know, just give me the gist of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be real. I don't need a reason to visit Star Wars. I don't care. I genuinely don't. I want a Star Wars world because I think that junk will be sick. I don't need some big overarching reason for Star Wars to be in Kingdom Hearts 4. I just want it in. Like, I just want Star Wars in because I'm a big Star Wars fan. And I think it would be cool to see Sora kind of do a little collaboration, you know, fight alongside Luke Skywalker in A New Hope or Return of the Jedi. Maybe fight Darth Vader with him. Like, that would be peak. It would be so freaking sick. And I think that's how it is with a lot of Disney Worlds. Star Wars is Star Wars. It's freaking huge. It's massive. It's beyond, like, I don't know. It's beyond, like, any of these other franchises in terms of popularity. But I feel the same way about on a smaller scale with these other Disney Worlds. Like, I don't really need, like, as a kid, I didn't really need, like, a crazy massive reason to, like, explore some Disney Worlds in KH1 or 2 or 3 or Dream Drop or Birth by Sleep. It's like, sometimes I just like the worlds and I just want to play them. I want to see Sora do fun stuff in Monstropolis. I want to see Sora do fun stuff in freaking Tron. I want to see Sora have fun in Timeless River. Like, we were looking at Timeless River recently, right? In Kingdom Hearts 2, we just recently played that world. Like, Sora's reason for being in Timeless River is not like some flawless reason either, because he's not searching for Mickey or Riku in that world. He's there to stop Pete. Pete doesn't really do that much for the overall Kingdom Hearts 2 plot. Like, he's there. He's kind of like a filler villain for the organization. And there's so many worlds where they spam Pete, but they try to make him seem like, you know, he's a threat. And he, you know, on a grounded level he is, but in like the big cosmic scheme of things he isn't. And you could compare that to 3. Like, in 3, in the big cosmic realm of things, Sora probably could ignore, you know, freaking Dark Riku doing whatever the heck it is he's doing in San Fran, because he should be searching for freaking Aqua and Ventus and Roxas. He should be trying to figure out how to get the 7 Guardians, but instead he's over here finding this freaking Dark Cube that Riku spawned. Like, bro, let them get cooked. Realistically, he should just let them get cooked. But why would he do that? That's not in character for him. Like, Sora's going to help people in need. He's going to help himself. Maybe he should prioritize himself, because he should logically prioritize the universe over this small scale San Fran world. But that's not in character. And that's a classic hero story for anyone. Maybe some people just don't like the classic hero stories. But that's how it is. That's the formula. I honestly didn't feel like Kingdom Hearts 3's story was so crammed at the end. I mean, it is at the end of like a lot of the major stuff is at the end, but like, how to describe it? There was definitely story throughout the game. Like, I'm not watching this Dark Riku cutscene thinking it just none of it mattered. Like, bro, I'm getting like, why is this guy here? Like, I'm thinking this the first time playing. I'm like, bro, I want to learn, why is he here? What is he doing? What's this interaction about to be like? Like, Sora's interacting with the freaking Riku replica. Like, it's convoluted as heck, but it's like, it's cool. It's sick. yeah, you're sitting here doing these Disney Worlds and you're like, bro, I can't wait to save Roxas, I can't wait to save Aqua, but that's not all the story is, you know? The story isn't only big moments, like there is other stuff that happens in between, but KH3 is a game where it's set up to be about the big moments, so anything that's not the big moments feels like filler. I kind of want to have a deeper discussion about that. How do you guys feel about that? By the way, this is supposed to be more of a just Disney Worlds in general thing, not just KH3, but I know KH3 is obviously the big topic when it comes to Disney Worlds. Bold to assume Star Wars won't start with the prequel. If a Star Wars world started with the prequels, I would actually probably like it even more. I would love for Sora to interact with Anakin, but it's smarter for them to put Luke Skywalker in it, because Star Wars fans will flock to anything that has Luke Skywalker. He is like the character that can't do any wrong in Star Wars. People love Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan, Anakin, those are like the characters in Star Wars that are so cherished. You can't mess them up. You can't do anything wrong. You saw how bad people acted about The Last Jedi because of what happened to Luke Skywalker. That's why that movie's so hated, among other really bad plot decisions. But if Sora doesn't go to these worlds, nothing changes for the organization. Yeah, you're right. Well, that's not true. Sora going to Toy Box definitely influenced Xion, 100%. Not 100% influenced Xion coming back to the organization. That's the main thing, though. But aside from that, you're right. I just think, like, does that matter that much, though? Like, I don't know. I guess some people want more, like, flawless writing when it comes to Disney Worlds, but sometimes just fun is fine. Like, letting a game be a game is fine. Kingdom Hearts, if you're into Kingdom Hearts purely for the story, I get it. By all means, like, these criticisms are all valid. They're all heck of valid criticisms, but it's weird because I want to ask a question to you guys, chat. Do you think it's not as valid to just like have fun and like to just have fun in Disney World as being a good enough reason to have them? Because I know people. Let's talk about KH4 for a bit. Let me put up KH4 on the screen. Like, I know for Kingdom Hearts 4, right? There's been a big discussion going on about should Kingdom Hearts 4 just remove Disney Worlds? And Nomura's like, nah, there's definitely going to be Disney Worlds, of course. So that's already debunked. But Nomura's like, we've talked about Disney World inclusion. This argument sparked a lot with Kingdom Hearts 4. People are like, I want Final Fantasy Worlds. I want Final Fantasy Worlds. I want original worlds only, no Disney. Just have one game without Disney, because some people hate it. Some people are like, bro, this story's so freaking good, why do I have to go through this Disney World again? I get it, I understand. Also, a lot of people who play Kingdom Hearts are older. A lot of us who were teenagers or kids waiting on Kingdom Hearts 3, a lot of us now are adults. Some of y'all are in y'all 30s, you know. Y'all been with the series for a minute, for a hot minute. Some of us are getting older. We don't care about Disney as much anymore. Not everyone turned into a Disney adult. So a lot of people are just like, bro, okay, I mean, Aladdin's cool, but like I'm not geeking out over Aladdin anymore. Like I'm 12. Like that's a vibe a lot of people have. So there's a general disassociation because Final Fantasy and the core Kingdom Hearts story feels just slightly more mature than some of these Disney fun times. But that's kind of why I like Kingdom Hearts, though. It's nostalgic. It's nostalgic in the right way. It's nostalgic in the way where, like, bro, I get to revisit some of these Disney properties, some movies that just came out, some older ones, and I get to re-experience them with a character who's never been in that situation. A character like Sora. I think they should 100% allow Kairi, Riku to be in Disney World way more. Because I thought Aqua did a great job in Disney Worlds and Birth by Sleep. Like, they should definitely add more than just Sora to Disney Worlds. I'm a big advocate for that. But I do understand why it's hard to not put Sora in every world. Because think about it like this. If you are selling something if you're selling something to people who aren't already going to buy it, most of you, whether you hate Kingdom Hearts 3 or not, you're probably going to buy Kingdom Hearts 4. A lot of you probably are. Like, the vast majority of you. There might be like 1 or 2 of you in chat who are like stubborn and are like, man, I hate KH3. I'm never buying a Kingdom Hearts game ever again. Maybe you actually won't. All power to you. But a lot of you, regardless of your critiques, you're locked in. You're in there. So like, for the new people they're trying to get in, it is kind of throwing to not put Sora in a Disney World. Like, y'all get that? It's like, it is significantly less marketable to have Kairi next to Luke Skywalker than it is Sora. It's still great. It's still marketable, but it's like Sora next to Luke Skywalker. Okay, people gonna flock to that. Sora's in Smash. Sora might be in Fortnite soon. Sora's everywhere. Putting Kairi, or like, imagine they put Terra next to Anakin. That'd be a cool interaction. I want to see that personally. But like, imagine Sora never gets to visit a Star Wars world, but like Terra does or something. It's like, why do you not put your flagship character next to a flagship IP like that? But yeah, the reason I say it matters is because Nomura used Sora and the amount of time to not shine spotlight on others and have Sora get involved in every battle. Yeah, I remember you talked about that on my Discord server. I mean, I don't really think about that complaint like that, because it's like, I don't really see an issue with it. It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't take anything away from those other characters. I don't think he was the spotlight of those fights. Like, all right, chat, let's do a little head count right here. Was Sora, do you guys think Sora was the spotlight of Roxas and Xion returning? Do you guys think Sora was had the spotlight in that cutscene? I don't think so. I'm not trying to influence your take. Tell me your genuine take. I don't like, we don't need to have a bubble of opinions. That's not what this lore talk or these chats are about. Do you guys think Roxas and Xion returning, do you guys think Sora was in the spotlight of that cutscene? We'll even rewatch the cutscene if you need me to. I definitely think Roxas and Xion were the spotlight in that cutscene. Regardless of who was playable. Even without Roxas being playable, initially in Remine, this cutscene was all...
Stop it! Isa!
This whole sequence, Sora's barely in it. He's in there for the most important moment. Not that fight, but the others definitely. So you think he was the spotlight in the Wayfinder Trio cutscene? So, alright, let's look at the Wayfinder Trio cutscene. So, let's really look at this. I'm gonna look at it genuinely, not even like being biased. Let's look at this. Was Sora the spotlight in this cutscene? I mean, I remember it obviously, but like, let's just give it a little rewatch. But chat, if you remember it vividly, do you think Sora's the spotlight in here? Like, I still think the Wayfinder Trio is like the spotlight in this cutscene. It's about them.
Terra, please, come back.
I think Sora was used good here.
Terra, your friends are here.
Well, that scream was kind of peak.
Terra! You have to fight the darkness!
You'll never be able to break these chains.
There are bonds. I love that line so much, bro. That line's peak.
You have no power over me!
Stop, Terra! Please stop it!
Is he the spotlight because he's saying stop it? Also, this broke me, by the way. Sora screaming, please stop it hurts. It like actually hurts so much. I don't know. Like I feel like I don't often see Sora in distress. Like, do you guys feel the same way? It's like when you see a happy character genuinely in pain here. It's just like, no, dude. Like, Sora's always happy, man.
Stop, Terra!
He's just begging him to stop. It hurts.
Please stop it!
Well, what the heck is Terranor doing? Like, I mean, I guess they're unconscious now, but...
Farewell.
No!
Terra, I kept my promise.
Oh, the tears, dude. Now, this is the real spotlight of the cutscene, in my opinion. The Guardian is the spotlight of the cutscene.
Oh! You fell to the dark.
This music, bro. What I'm saying.
I will set this
Bro, why does HMK hate Terra?
one day. I will set this right.
So, like, I'm gonna pause right quick. I actually think, okay, like, I'm not some crazy writing critic or anything. I just think my general opinion of writing, and I want to be a writer, by the way. So I want to make that clear. I'm learning the craft. But if y'all see my name anywhere in the future, writing wise, is no. Kingdom Hearts. I'm heavily inspired off of KH. I'm inspired off of KH, but I'm inspired off of other stuff a little bit more. This cutscene, I think, is written better than the Days Trio Return. I actually think this cutscene's written way better, but I think the Days Trio cutscene is more emotional. Does that make sense? The Shion's Return is kind of like, how'd that happen? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not explained super well. You can guess it. If you're a lore expert, you can be like, okay, that happened. It's probably some replica stuff, but you ain't really thinking about it, because you're just like, bro, they're back. It don't matter. Okay, I'm gonna be real, Jake. I don't get it. Sora's not the spotlight here. And why is Sora doing the default stance, by the way? Like, the Days did not want to do an animation here. That is his normal battle stance. Nah, X, this is my favorite game. The hype was built up for me perfectly. Not perfectly, but I love this game. Despite the spoilers.
Is it you?
Yeah. You never stop lighting my way back.
You're here.
I heard you too, Ven.
Why not swing and drop Sora as well?
Just
Because
like
he
you
doesn't.
promised.
Sora helps Terra. Sora could have been swung around and dropped alongside Aqua and Ven. Because he wasn't, he got to save Terra. So you think because he got to save Terra, that Terra is the spotlight in this cutscene? I'm gonna ask chat though. Genuinely, do not be biased because of what I said. I know, unfortunately, being the influencer, sometimes it just happens. But I'm just trying to be my authentic self. I'm gonna share my opinions. I'm gonna share my opinions when they happen. But do not, please, have your own takes on this. Do you think Sora was the spotlight in this cutscene? Genuinely, do you think Sora was the spotlight? I do think he had more of a part to play than the Days Trio cutscene. But do you think he was the spotlight? I think Terra's the spotlight of this cutscene for obvious reasons.
Look after them.
Did Sora help? Was he a good plot device here? Heck yeah, he was definitely a big plot device here. I don't think he's the spotlight though, in my opinion.
That's what he wants.
What do you think?
For us to make a mistake. Put ourselves in danger.
Sora, Go. We'll catch up with you.
It is weird that Sora had a big role in it.
I got this.
So, like, okay, in my head, right?
Go.
Sora having a role here doesn't, like, okay, Aqua or Ventus could have very easily have done what Sora just did, right? But the way I see it, they are super emotionally, like, attached to Terra. Like, they fall to their knees when they see Terra. Like, they don't want to, like, they want to save Terra, but they're scared. Like, look at this. The reason they get caught in the first place, right? Someone who's a third party like Sora needed to be in this cutscene, and even despite that, he wasn't the. I don't think he was the spotlight. So, look at this. They defeat Terranort. Terranort's on the ground. Now, Homie still has the white hair. Homie is still, like, comatose. They show up to him, knowing he could still be Terranort. No Keyblade in hand, no nothing. This is what being so emotional and being so close to him, that's what it does. You can't, like, you're so emotional, you can't see the logic in this situation. Sora unsummons his Keyblade too, but he's just watching them from afar, right? Aqua and Ven, they're close.
Terra, please, come back.
Terra!
They get baited. They're kind of scared a little bit, but they ain't even on guard, bro. They're not even on guard. They get cooked. They get cooked for it, straight up. They just get cooked. You needed someone like Sora in this cutscene because they're going to be too emotional to act in that situation. Sora acknowledges this situation and is like, oh, wait, no, now, Terra, let's do this. Personally, I think to me, that makes sense, and that's a pretty decent reason for Sora to, like, be there. And despite that, he didn't he was there for the right reason, but he was not the, like, star of this cutscene by any means. Like, that was not my interpretation when I watched this. But if it was anyone else's, dang, that sucks. It was Terra, Sora, Van Aqua. He took a moment that he didn't need to be a part of. I don't think what did he take, though? What moment did he take, really? Does it make that big of a difference in the narrative if, like, Aqua or Ventus specifically are the ones who, like, do the Keyblade beam? Because, like, they all had a part in saving Terra and bringing him back. They all did. They were part of the fight. Now, Aqua and Ven, I think Aqua should have been played, like how they forced you to play as her in Rima. I think that should have been in the base game. But I don't think, like, it doesn't make this cutscene any less
Is it you?
great, any less emotional, any less peak.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion, though.
You never stop
But
lighting my way back.
I'm obviously, like, hecka biased when it comes to Cage stuff. Like, you might look at me as a shill sometimes, because I do just love this series that much. That's the reason I make content. I will not, if I didn't show Kingdom Hearts this hard, I probably wouldn't be a creator, period. So I want to say this, because I saw someone comment about it earlier, in regards to, like, oh yeah, X commented. They said the ending sucks so bad, all this hype built for KH3 being trashed. You know, I get comments like that all the time. Everyone talks about KH3 being garbage. But I just want to say, because it was on my mind when they said it. Bro, it is, think about how, like, difficult it is. Not only, like, I'm not even, like, okay. I'm a regular fan of this series, but at the same time, I'm also a creator who, even before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, because I was around before KH3 came out. A lot of you didn't know about me before KH3 came out, but I was around for a couple of years before KH3 came out. I hyper-analyzed every trailer, every moment, every reveal. I was there the night they showed Aqua and Sora fighting in the Realm of Darkness at TGS. I was there and I immediately was like, why did they show that? I was upset. I said, why did they show that to Roxas too? Like, it is hard, I kind of feel like it definitely takes a certain resilience, bro, to despite being spoiled on most of the big moments. I even saw, does anyone else remember when in one of the trailers that released before Kingdom Hearts 3, there was a trailer where for some freaking reason they showed this cutscene. They showed this cutscene and they showed a little frame in the background. Hold on, I can find the exact clip, I bet. Hold on. I bet you I could find the exact clip.
Please stop it!
Or exact frame. I actually don't know if this. I actually don't know what the exact frame is. Okay, I lied. But anyways, so basically, it was one of these scenes where like they're being pulled in by the chains. I think it was this one. Hold on. What scene was it? They left Ventus in the background. Is what I'm trying to say. Like there was a cutscene in the trailer. It wasn't the final battle trailer. It was in one of the promotional trailers after the final battle trailer. They added an extra cutscene, and in that extra like frame, there was a frame where you could see in the background that Ventus was there in that fight. So you knew you already saved Ventus at a certain point in the game. They spoiled so freaking much in this game, in these trailers, for the Disney World, for the end of the game. It wasn't if something was going to happen. This is my like token phrase for 3. It wasn't if something was going to happen in KH3, it was how it was going to happen. That became what KH3 was about. A lot of people mostly argue about the how. Go figure. So there wasn't as many surprises, as many moments, as many crazy like we didn't know this would happen. Like there wasn't as many first time reactions to things that people who played the game people who played the game at launch got to experience. People who experienced KH3 after, like people who got into Kingdom Hearts after 3 when all the collections came to Switch and Xbox post KH3, 90% of the time they have loved KH3. Maybe KH2 might still be their favorite, or maybe another Kingdom Hearts game might be their favorite, but most people who got into Kingdom Hearts post Kingdom Hearts 3 love Kingdom Hearts 3. I've yet to see a lot of people hate it. I've yet to see people who have gotten into the series post 3 hate KH3. Which that doesn't mean anything for you guys. Doesn't mean anything for me. But what it does mean, like for in the general scheme of things, is these trailers definitely hindered the game. And my point is, like for the people that love KH3, man, the people that love this game, despite me being spoiled on so much stuff, plus being a content creator who spoils themselves to make content, like, it's crazy that I love this game as much as I do. It's amazing this game ended up being my favorite game despite all that. And if I had to articulate in some way how that even is, how can I like this game this much despite being spoiled so freaking much on the game, on every single organization member, which by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, they revealed every single organization member in the trailers, every single one. They should not have done that. I don't even know if in KH2 you knew about every single organization member. I don't even know if you did. You did in Kingdom Hearts 3 though. They revealed every single one. Every world that was advertised revealed an org member. Marluxia, Vanitas, Demyx, and Vexen. They spoiled so many org members that even Demyx and Vexen were shown off for some reason. Even that, I actually think Vexen might be the only one that didn't fully get shown off, but we figured it was Vexen. I think he got shown off later in a cutscene. Whatever. Anyhow, the fact that I love this game so much despite being spoiled, despite being like the way that it is, despite like all the stuff that happened, I think is like, I don't know. I want to say that definitely has to show some sort of resilience, because man, I could be slandering this game by the things I wasn't surprised by, but I guess mentally, when it comes to this game, I don't know, man. Like, I kind of, I guess, take things for what it is. Because, like, despite the spoilers, I tried to still think about it. Like, okay, I tried to think about it and approach it as if I wasn't spoiled. So, like, I'm playing the game and I'm like, okay, what if I wasn't spoiled on this? This would be kind of peak. This was kind of peak because, you know, it's cool seeing Marluxia interact with Sora. Like, for me, the how was fun. Anyways, though, I'm rambling. Radioactive Cosmic Rays. I love the name, by the way. $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Wouldn't say Disney is hurting Kingdom Hearts, but as a weeb and JRPG fan, I mainly play KH now for the original / Square Enix side. Want more original Final Fantasy reps in 4. Yo, okay, let's talk about Final Fantasy. I completely agree, and I'm not even a big Final Fantasy guy. I only really play Final Fantasy 7. Soon to be the rest of the franchise. Final Fantasy, I think, should be in Kingdom Hearts more. And I'm not even saying that. I'm not saying that as like, how to describe it. I'm not saying it from the perspective of worlds. Worlds, yeah, they could have more worlds, sure, right? They need to have more cameos. They need to have more bosses. I think Final Fantasy is at its best when we get to play with them, fight with them. The game that does Final Fantasy inclusion the absolute best is probably Kingdom Hearts 2, honestly. It probably is Kingdom Hearts 2. KH1? Let me think, actually. No. Okay. KH1 and 2 do it the best. Those are the only two that do it the best. And it's because you actually get to play with Cloud, Leon, Yuffie in your party, which is so freaking sick. You get to fight Sephiroth, and in KH1, you get to fight even Cloud. You get to fight Cloud, bro. Cloud, Leon, Yuffie, Sephiroth, you get to fight so many characters. It's actually peak. It's so peak. What do you guys think about that? And while you guys tell me what you think about that, I'm gonna use the bathroom because I gotta pee. I've been holding in. All right, go ahead, blow up the chat with messages when I get back. I'll be like probably 3 minutes. All right, chat. Your boy is back. What is good? By the way, for everyone in the chat, if you want a ad-less experience, I even put less ads on my Twitch. Well, okay, it's not technically ad-less. I don't think I'm allowed to do ad-less live streams on Twitch, unfortunately. But borderline. For every hour of stream, you get 30 seconds of ad on Twitch. There's basically no ads on that platform right now for my channel. This is what I'm doing to grow my Twitch channel even more. If you want a ad-less experience go over there. I can't speak. I'm my brain is mush. When you talk about Kingdom Hearts so long, your brain becomes mush. Mushy, mushy, mush. Mushu. Anyways, KH3 is at best my second favorite in my opinion. I still like KH2 more, and that's perfectly fine, man. Kingdom Hearts 2 is freaking peak. I was talking earlier with some friends. I was talking with freaking Soralam and people on his server. Bro, this KH2 is so freaking good. It's so freaking peak. I love KH2, and I've been having so much fun with it, and I've especially been feeling it more than ever the past like year and a half. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Also, Jake, if you're still in the live stream, by the way, dude, straight up, I gotta say, you know how I am with you. I understand a lot of your points. I completely do. By the way, if you guys don't know Jake Rums, Jake is they have been in my community for quite a while. I actually don't even think they watch my content that much when they first joined my server, but they've been in my community for quite a while. They are kind of like the hot takes Kingdom Hearts person in the community, just a little bit, They got some crazy takes. I know their favorite games is the Key Saga, but they've been around for a hot minute, so no hate towards Jake at all. If I ever put you on the spot, regarding comments or opinions, that's what these streams are about, man. It's never super deep. I'm sorry if you ever do feel like I'm like coming at anyone anyway, shoot, just let me know, DM me, and you know, I never want anyone to feel like a certain type of way, you know what I mean? We here on my channel, my goal, I've started caring a little less about this recently. I tried to be very, like, back in the day, I would have been a little more like, yeah, I get how you mean. I understand that. I feel it. And like, I am still like that now, but like, what I mean is I would have been a lot more neutral towards everything. I still unapologetically love Kingdom Hearts 3, but now I guess as I've gotten older, I guess I care a lot less about like if people don't like my opinion about something. Maybe this just happens as you get older. You guys feel like that happens as you get older? Like, have you guys ever, I don't know the age demographic of people in chat, but I'm about to be 24 now. When I was like first doing, like, when I first started getting this big of an audience, not even that it's like super huge or anything, but just getting a bigger audience, like after KH3, when I was like 19, 20 even, I got a lot more sensitive about certain things, a lot more sensitive about KH3, a lot more sensitive about like just these random comments, bro. Sometimes don't get me wrong, I like discussing them, I like talking about them, but it's never deep. Nowadays, it's like, bro, I don't care. I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm gonna say how I feel about this game. I like KH4 or I like KH3. And I don't even got a reason for it sometimes. Sometimes I just like something. You ever just like something and don't have a reason for it? So sometimes that's me, and that's okay. Sometimes y'all like some, you don't even have a reason for it. You don't gotta have a reason for everything. Not everyone has to write a video essay about why they like something. Even though I am a content creator, and I guess it is a little bit more of my job to explain why I like something, sometimes I still just like something, bro. And hopefully people can find that relatable. My point is, we're just trying to have fun. Hey, yo, what's good? Iconic Christian, is that your name? Yo, what's good? Welcome to the stream. I remember unwrapping KH1 at Christmas over 20 years ago. Peak nostalgia. Oh man, that's crazy. I got Kingdom Hearts 1. My story that I was told, I don't even know if it's true. This is what my parents told me. Because now that I've gotten older, I'm starting to think maybe my parents told me this so that I wouldn't be a bad kid. But my parents told me, my dad had this friend in the military. He grounded his son. His friend's son got grounded. I don't know what he did. He got grounded so bad that his dad took all of his games and his PS2 and sold everything. My dad, we happen to have a PS2. Kingdom Hearts was among one of those games. And that's how I got into Kingdom Hearts. So I only got into Kingdom Hearts because some kid got grounded like 20 plus years ago. Think about that. I only am into Kingdom Hearts because some kid got grounded. I could be a ball and gun kid. Ball and gun gamer. If you all know the ball and gun meme, I might have to add context to that. There's like this meme going around on the internet. It's pretty funny where it's like, dang, bro, if you don't got a ball or a gun, people hate it nowadays. And ball and gun meaning people only play 2K and Call of Duty. Ball and gun. Do we have any ball and gun gamers in the chat? Nowadays, I might be I'm not a ball and gun gamer, but I definitely only play certain types of games nowadays. Like, I mostly on the single player end play Kingdom Hearts and whatever action game looks appealing. And I play fighting games and multiplayer games a lot. So for me, if it ain't multiplayer or got a key in it, I probably don't play it as much. I honestly want to see the Great Mouse Detective and Brother Bear in KH4, but that's probably just me. I like Star Wars, but where's the love for the two I mentioned? Man, I have not seen Brother Bear or Great Mouse. No, I have seen Great Mouse Detective. This has been a while. I'd be interested to see more older IPs get into Kingdom Hearts, or more like kind of underrated IPs. I think the issue with Kingdom Hearts 4 is that for these bigger games, they definitely want to hit the heavy hitters, but I actually think to a degree it might be even more interesting if they did put like just one. It doesn't have to be 2 or 3. Put one obscure movie in a Kingdom Hearts game, because it would just be so fun. I guarantee you the internet will talk about that movie that has that cult following will go crazy for it. Like, imagine, right? This is the case with Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet is I love that movie, but it's so underrated that it became overrated. So I want that movie in Kingdom Hearts, but it's not by no means my most wanted world. By no means. There's a lot of better movies they can choose. Or at least, well, there's at least like 5. Well, you know, if you want to test me, I'm going to name the 5 right now off the top of my head. Encanto will be better. Star Wars will be better. Any Marvel world would be a better inclusion. Robin Hood would be better. Yes, Robin Hood, the 1960s Robin Hood movie. I would like that maybe a little bit more than Treasure Planet. Emperor's New Groove. What about that one? Emperor's New Groove? Post-Renaissance Disney movies. Oh, and I didn't even mention Atlantis Lost Empire. That would be so peak. Atlantis, The Lost Empire is one of the best Disney movies, period. Straight up, one of the best. Absolutely one of the best. This isn't even a Cloud cutscene, so why is this cutscene here? There's some recoded jargon, bro. Get this. No, this is Chain of Memories. Get these Chain of Memories cutscenes out of here. I want more Final Fantasy bosses. Guys, are you down for a Final Fantasy boss that isn't Sephiroth in a Kingdom Hearts game? Like, how peak would that be? Why do we not, like, I don't know, put Gilgamesh in there or something. Let us fight a giant Final Fantasy summon. By the way, low key, do you guys think we're confirmed a Bahamut boss because of Verum Rex? We might be. Do you think we're getting more Keeler transformations, or are we going back to drive forms? I actually think they're going to do it in between. I think we're going to keep form changes specifically, but I think the form changes are going to have more dual wielding forms attached to them. Do you guys think situation commands are coming back, by the way? I think they probably are. I mean, situation commands are a thing. They're a thing that exists. Bahamut was teased as a summon in Kingdom Hearts 1, but they never, ever made it. You don't like situation commands? I think they went a little too hard with situation commands in Kingdom Hearts 3. I think if they dial it back a bit, it'd be fine. I think it's fine for Grand Magic though, but honestly, I actually think Grand Magic might be a little broken. Maybe they shouldn't do Grand Magic again. Grand Magic was introduced for the first time in 0.2, I'm pretty sure, right, chat? It is rewarding, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of broken. Maybe they should get rid of Grand Magic. 0.2, even though 0.2 did it, 0.2 kind of like, it's kind of balanced in 0.2, because you actually have to like be kind of perfect with how you use it. You can't just mash a certain magic spell and get it in 0.2. What about new summons? Bro, I've been saying for years that Wall-E would make the perfect summon, bro. It would be so peak. A Wall-E summon would go so hard. Wall-E and Eve, just having them active on the field, doing combos, doing random stuff. Just have them, make them a DPS summon. It would be so freaking good. I do think though, even though I just said DPS summon, look how long Sephiroth's sword is, bro. What in the world? Even though I said DPS summon, I do believe that we need more utility summons in Kingdom Hearts. Like, I don't like links. I think links are terrible. Like, they're broken and they're all DPS. I think it's one of my least favorite Kingdom Hearts 3 mechanics, or probably Kingdom Hearts mechanics. Not a fan of links. I try to avoid them as much as I can in each playthrough, but sometimes you gotta use them. Shots are good. Also, bro, speaking of Tifa, looking at Tifa on screen, Tifa's kind of wasted in Kingdom Hearts, bro. Like, why? Like, she does not do anything in Kingdom Hearts 2. She looks for Cloud, doesn't find him till, like, the end, and does nothing. I started watching the videos here and there recently, but I got to ask this. Have you gotten to the point to where you feel burnt out just covering just Kingdom Hearts? I just wanted to ask, has anyone ever asked this question before? Oh yeah, you asked in probably the most respectful way I've ever seen, though. Most people when they ask that question, they're not like, hey, do you ever feel burnt out just covering Kingdom Hearts? Most people are like, bro, are you ever gonna cover not Kingdom Hearts? And I'm like, no. All right, so which isn't true, by the way. I do actually want to cover more than Kingdom Hearts, not on this channel. However, if you ever see me doing other content, this channel is going to always be Kingdom Hearts or Kingdom Hearts adjacent. My plans, right, like anything that Sora's in, I will do. So if Sora's in Fortnite, I'll do some Fortnite stuff, but only with the Sora skin. Sora's in Smash. I must start doing more Smash content soon. You see me stream Smash. Video wise, I mostly do Kingdom Hearts, and I don't really get burnt out doing Kingdom Hearts. If I ever get burnt out, it's not because of Kingdom Hearts, it's because I'm just burnt out of like creating, or I'm burnt out of like all of my burnouts have been external rather than internal to like the game, you know what I mean? Like, I actually never get tired of talking about Cage. I really don't. I genuinely do not. Especially with like people like you guys in the chats. You guys constantly keep bringing up new points, new information, new things to talk about, new things for me to like discuss and bounce off of. I love that. I love this community. I love the Kingdom Hearts fandom. I do not get bored of talking with you guys. I don't. Maybe certain conversations can get boring, but I do not get bored in general of talking to Kingdom Hearts fans. I love talking to you guys. I love making content about it. I'm always finding different things to talk about. Even sometimes if I do rehash a topic or rehash a thing, it's not because I'm out of ideas or I'm out of like whatever. It's literally because I wanted to talk about it, or because I think I can make something I talked about in the past even better. In regards to just covering Kingdom Hearts, the reason I only cover Kingdom Hearts, I'm very stubborn about my content. Maybe I should be less stubborn. Maybe as I get even older, I'll become even less stubborn about it. But the main reason I only do Kingdom Hearts is because I feel like it's only worth creating, I guess, if I'm passionate about the thing I'm creating. You know what I mean? So I guess I'm a passion-fueled creator. Like, I do not cover Kingdom Hearts without having a big passion for this franchise, a big obsession with this franchise. I want to do fighting games on a separate channel because I am heavily passionate about fighting games. When I'm not making content, I am playing a fighting game. Literally, one of the reasons this stream was late, aside from the OBS issues, because I was just playing Smash with some of my friends. And time was moving by really fast. I do want to do animation because I am passionate about animation, but I don't know how far I'll go with that, and that's part of the reason I haven't been doing that much of my animation channel. But I only really want to cover things I am super into. That's just how creation is for me, and I obsess over Kingdom Hearts, and Kingdom Hearts is the only thing I think I'm passionate enough about to where I can make content about it consistently. I'm scared, or less scared, more so I don't want to cover something that's going to be a one and done. I don't want to make a video about Pokemon because I felt like talking about Pokemon that day when I know I'm never going to talk about it for probably another 2 years. There's so many games I picked up 2 or 3 years ago that I had such a big interest in that I eventually dropped, and I probably barely talk about anyone anymore. And it's not that the games are bad or the movie's bad or whatever is bad. It's because I feel like I need to be passionate about something for me to talk about, and that's how I am. My favorite Cage tuber. Thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely think there's a lot of really good creators in the Kingdom Hearts space right now. A lot of really good ones. But the fact I'm your favorite among them means a lot. It really does. Because there's a lot of creators bigger than me, smaller than me, that make great content. I want to try and make this community as healthy as possible. And my goal is, with content, I'm like semi full-time right now, like as in I'm full-time. I put all my time and effort into this. I do have other sources of income. I do have like other jobs I do, but they're not like part-time sort of thing. I want to make this full-time, like undebatably full-time. A lot of people talk about YouTube and Twitch and like how easy it is to be a content creator, and bro, don't get me wrong, it is. You guys probably see YouTubers and streamers and think it's so easy to grow. Maybe it is for some people. You want to know a statistic I learned recently? Actually, I'm gonna ask you guys this in chat. My friend Jaden told me this statistic, and it's because he works for a company adjacent to YouTube. But what do you guys think? How many views do you guys think the average YouTube video gets? Just a question. How many views do you think the average YouTube video gets? You guess as high or as low as you want. But while I'm answering that, I just want to be, I don't know. I want to take, my goal with Kingdom Hearts on this platform is not only just be a Kingdom Hearts fan channel, but I just want to be like, that's crazy. The first guess is like the accurate one. It is 45. Excuse me. Yes, it is 45. The average view, if you ever feel like your content's trash, just remember the average view per video on YouTube is 45. 45 viewers. And dude, that's still a lot. I think that's how many we peaked at in this live stream probably, right? I actually don't know. I've stopped looking at the view count on my live streams. I just checked. Oh, we're at 48. Yo, look, dude, we're around the amount of people in this stream is the average amount of videos that a YouTuber, or average amount of views a YouTuber gets. Now, given that's 45 live viewers, which is definitely different, but still, man, like 40. If you ever feel bad about your content, or if you ever feel like your video should have gotten 10K instead of 1,000 views, or you feel like your video should have gotten 1 million views instead of 100,000, whatever your margin is for success, remember the average video is 45 views on this platform. So you are far ahead of the millions of people. It's so easy, and I get caught up in this so much. It's so easy to think that you're just like not getting far, or you're behind. When you see all these YouTubers, all these startup channels blowing up with 1 million views in their first video, or all these channels and influencers making like just do, like, people treat it like a job, and it is a job for a lot of people. But like, there's some people who have mastered the algorithm, mastered their niche. They pick the right niche, they pick the right type of content, they money farm. But it's easy to get discouraged when you see so many different influencers popping up left, right, and center, and all of them are getting so many views, millions, hundreds of thousands. Feels like there's a new YouTube celebrity every other week, bro. Those people, despite how frequent it may seem like it's happening, there's hundreds, thousands of people creating YouTube channels every day that don't get far. And the fact that maybe you even have videos with hundreds of views, you're doing better than the majority. So keep it up. Don't stop. Don't give up. Keep trying. Keep learning too, but keep trying as well. Anyhow, dude, the fact that I even have like videos that are in the 100,000s on my channel is insane. Like, it's cool. I want to try to hit that consistently if I can. I would love to. But man, it's crazy that even happens. Look at this. Look at this freaking cutscene. Hold on. What in the world? Look at this. Look at this image. Cloud. Freaking and Hercules characters with Sora. This image is Kingdom Hearts. This is Kingdom Hearts. They're in Castle Oblivion. A Kingdom Hearts unique world with a Final Fantasy character and 3 Disney characters. This game is peak. There's no other franchise like this on the planet. There's nothing else. The closest thing to Kingdom Hearts or Smash or Fortnite is nothing. It's nothing. Like, there's no crossover franchise with Disney and Final Fantasy in it. This is insane. I love this. I love this franchise. It's so special. Anyways, Iconic, I'm sorry. You probably didn't expect the long tangent to your question. You probably expected a simple yes or no, but I give tangents. I go on and on. I don't stop talking sometimes. Luckily I have a platform of people who maybe like me talking. I hope you guys like me talking. Some people don't. I do talk a lot, but hey, I gotta express my passion somewhere. I gotta get it out there somewhere. But shoot, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. You always have a fan base. Okay, content will always be around at the very least. Hey, I've said before, I told you guys earlier, my dream my dream is to be a writer. My dream isn't necessarily to be a YouTube. Well, no, that's not true. This is a aspect of my dream. I have a lot of dreams. I'm very, there's a lot of things I want to do. I would love to like get into like art, like and draw and like make products and stuff. I would love to, my overall biggest dream is to open my own animation studio. I really want to open my own animation studio and create animations and kind of push animation and characters in America. I would love to do that, or not really just America, to be honest, just the world period. But you know, just this is where I live. I live in America, so yeah, America. I also would love. I'm a long freaking ways away from this, but I would love to be the biggest Kingdom Hearts channel one day. That would be cool. Or just be the best Kingdom Hearts channel. Number doesn't always equate to size, but the sub number is what people look at the most for sure, unfortunately. But I would love to be just the best Kingdom Hearts channel, just like making the best content, making the best videos, having the best fan. I don't know. I want to be the best. I want to be the best with Kingdom Hearts. And on top of that, that's kind of it. I want to open an animation studio. I want to do big stuff with Kingdom Hearts. Push Kingdom Hearts as far as I can on YouTube. A lot of people don't think Kingdom Hearts is that popular, bro. This series is so special. I want to share how special it is with everyone. Whether it takes 1,000 videos, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, it don't matter how many videos it takes. I want to be that guy for Kingdom Hearts. You're good, bro. I'm sketching, so I take the stream. Thank you. I feel like every talking stream ends up turning into a vent session. It happens though. That's quite the broad question. Yeah. You'll never see an anime boy, a duck, and a dog punching an octopus pirate in Fortnite or Smash. Yeah, you definitely won't. I was writing a Kingdom Hearts story of my own character a while back, but I stopped on that and haven't been back to write it in a while. Yo, get back on it. Genuinely, when it comes to fanfic stuff, just start writing. Like, even if you don't feel like you're on it that day, just start writing, because like you'll regret not writing it. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment or wait for inspiration to come by. Just write it. Just do it. And I'm saying this contradicting myself, because I definitely do this a lot. But I know I at least know better enough to tell other people to not be like me. You do it. Shoot, time is not waiting for no one. You see these seconds that are passing by, this hour that's passed by in this live stream, it will never be something I like to tell myself. It will never be this minute, this hour, on this day, on this year ever again in time. It will never happen again. Ever. Never, ever, ever. I'm gonna say that again for the people back. It will never be this moment, this year, this hour, this day. It will never be this date again, ever. It will always be in the past. Shoot, why just said's in the past right now? I don't know, I'm being dumb and goofy. Anyways, this live stream has turned into a vent session, and I love venting, but we are probably gonna end it here because I don't know. I feel like this is a good place to stop. I appreciate you guys a lot for the Disney discussion. I appreciate you guys a lot for being here with me, talking with me, vibing, chilling, you know. I'm sorry I didn't upload a video today. I was going to upload a video, and I unfortunately gave into my impulses and played Smash instead of finishing the video I was going to upload. Or rather, well, the video's done. The thumbnail and title aren't done. I'm gonna probably upload the video to Patreon tonight, to be honest. So if you guys have the Patreon, or if you're a member on YouTube, actually, if you want to be, I don't know, we have $1 memberships. If you want to subscribe to that, I don't know. I'll probably have a video upload for you guys probably right after this live stream. You could watch, check out, have fun with. I'm gonna head out though. Thank you guys a lot for coming out, and remember to be nice, be safe, and take care, everyone.